What's it like being an elected official?
Well, I think it's a very gratifying privilege to be able to serve the people that elect you, and to be able to work to make people's lives better and improve not only the lives of the constituents in the area that I represent, but as a member of Congress, you have a national role and an international role, a world role. So it is a very important and serious job that I take very seriously. Sometimes I stay up at night because there's some really important decisions that I participate in. And I just try to do the best that I can to make sure that I'm working to improve people's lives, making sure that we're providing the best customer service, constituent service to my constituents that elected me, and to make sure that we're trying to reconcile all the differences we have here in Congress in a bipartisan way when at all possible.
Yeah. When did you decide that, hey, elected official is going to be the route for me? You went to University of Santa Barbara, right? I'm looking here, and again, we joked at the top of the show. You got a degree, a master's degree in organizational management. Definitely want to get your take on that. But at what point did you say that's the road for me? Being an elected official is the road for me. Was it in college?
Well, no, I would say it's something that evolved. I've always been somebody that has been gravitated toward service from my days in the Marine Corps Reserves to working in the local health and human service nonprofit world, as well as local government in the health department. And then eventually working 12 years as chief of staff to a local county government supervisor who I was able to replace after 12 years when she retired. And I served myself as an elected county supervisor for another 12 years. And I think during that time of service as a staff and then as an elected official in local government, I I think came to terms that working in government is an honorable role to be able to improve people's lives. And when the possibility of serving in Congress became available, I pondered on the possibility of continuing my service in a broader capacity to improve the lives of a lot more people that I would represent, and to be able to work in the interest of our country and on the world stage to hopefully make it a better place.
Yeah.
But to be of service is something that spoke to me, and decided that that was the path that I would take.
Yeah. Speaking of service, you also were you served in the Marine Corps Reserve, right? 8 years, including active
Yes.
service, again, and during the Gulf War. Were you nervous at that time when you were an active member that your number could be called at any minute, and here you are, your life is on the line, right? I mean, are you nervous? Are you scared? I mean, what
Well,
was that
I
like?
think you sign up when you sign up for the military. That is sort of part of the contract. You're willing to put your life on the line for to serve
But the words are
our
different though,
democracy.
Congress. Like when you see it, it's different. You think, okay, I'll sign it, but then when you're active, it has to be
Yeah,
a different feeling. Like, wait a minute, what did I sign up for?
yeah. Well, I think the reality hits you. But let me be clear. I served the majority of my time in the
Yeah,
reserves. I was mobilized from the reserves for the Gulf War, and I was sent to North Carolina. After the war ended, after 33 days, they sent me home. They didn't send me into the theater. I was supposed to go into the theater in the Gulf, but the war ended,
yeah,
so they sent me back home. And certainly, when I was mobilized, it was with the intent that we would go serve in the Gulf War. But like I said, it's something that didn't come to me to be. I just went to North Carolina, Camp Lejeune, and then back home. But when you sign up for the military, it's part of the contract. But you're absolutely right; it hits you a little bit harder when the reality of actual war is in front of you. And of course, war is a place where you uh, go, unfortunately, to defend our democracy or to defend our interests. You put your life on the line. It means you could be killed, and it regrettably means that you have to kill other people. And it's a terrible thing to the prospect of war. That's why I'm such a believer in diplomacy, because war should be the last resort. We should make sure we do everything possible to resolve our differences through diplomacy. And at the end of the day, we don't want to send our men and women into harm's way for a war unless we have to, and those should be far and few.
Yeah. Well,